Good morning and welcome to another walk with Wingman. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday and getting ready for a wonderful week. Uh, I'm out and about post workout, just cooling down, doing my minimum 5 minutes out in nature every day. And I hope you also will be having an opportunity to get outside and walk before you settle down to your Sunday. Most likely for many of you, that involves watching the Super Bowl and enjoying time with friends and family. So I wanted to just touch on a couple of things this walk. And I apologize, I'm walking uphill, so I may be breathing a little heavy. First, I want to make sure that I extend an invitation for you to join Besame and I. We have several great podcasts this month. We're going to be continuing our conversation on women's health and cardiovascular disease, and that's tied to American Heart Month. So be on the lookout for that podcast coming up in about 2 weeks' time. And then we also have another wonderful guest, a planted runner. So Claire Bartholic, who is the author of the newly published book, The Planted Runner, will be joining us on Perfectly Planted to talk a little bit about her book, her career, what it means to be fueled by plants as a runner, and some tips and tricks that she has for being a lifelong healthy and happy runner. And that may be whether you're just running a minute, running a mile, or running a marathon. All of them count. Then in March, we are looking, let me say March toward the spring, because we'll take a quick break over the Easter holidays. We're going to be talking about lifestyle medicine meets reality. So look for Dr. Rock to rejoining us. And this time he'll be accompanied by Poe. You may have heard of Rock and Poe on their podcast, The Health Feast. And we want the two of them to join us so that we can have a conversation around applying the principles of lifestyle medicine in real life and what it means to address the pillars: nutrition, physical activity, sleep, stress, social connections, and the use of risky substances, and how you can distill all that into how you live every day. So those are the things that are coming up on the podcast. Besame and I are excited. I'm excited to have these wonderful guests, Dr. Abena Osiwosi, Claire Bartholic, Dr. Rock, and Poe. And I hope you will be joining us for those upcoming episodes. For today's walk, and I'm already 3 minutes into it, I wanted to talk a little bit about National Cancer Prevention Month. So I try and highlight some of these events on the National Wellness Calendar, mainly so that you have an opportunity to hear some of these educational messages, because I strongly feel that education and knowledge empower you to make sure that you can have informed conversations with your family, your friends, and your healthcare team about health decisions that are important to you. So February is National Cancer Prevention Awareness Month. And according to the American Association for Cancer Research, AACR, I wanted to share with you a couple of statistics. One, in the United States, 4 out of 10 cancer cases are associated with preventable risk factors. 2, not using tobacco is one of the most effective ways a person can prevent cancer. 3, nearly 20% of U.S. cancer diagnoses are related to excess body weight, alcohol intake, poor diet, and physical inactivity. And the fourth point I wanted to make, and I'm just pulling out a handful of the many amazing resources they have on their website. The fourth point is that many decades of systemic inequities and social injustices have led to adverse differences in social determinants of health. And as a result, there's a disproportionately higher burden of cancer risk among U.S. racial and ethnic minorities and other underserved populations. So, what am I trying to say? Um, if you go back to Wingman's Simple 10 and you look at just the 10 key things that I try and talk about on a rotating basis, you can lower your risk of getting many of the common kinds of cancer by making healthy choices. You also need to be diligent about making sure that you're getting your health maintenance exams and getting your screening tests, because screening tests can identify some cancers early, which is the time when they are most receptive to treatment. So in the last few minutes, just a few quick thoughts um, so that you are empowered to make decisions about where to invest your time and energy and focus on your health. The first one, if you don't smoke, don't start. And if you are currently a smoker, please talk with your healthcare team about finding ways to quit. Smoking and secondhand smoke cause 90% of lung cancer deaths in the United States. And e-cigarettes continue to be an area of concern. I won't take a deep dive on that topic today, but that could be the topic for a whole nother walk. Another tip is to protect your skin from the sun. Skin cancer is the most common and preventable cancer in the United States. And make sure that you wear adequate sun protection, and that is regardless of whether you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. And you need to avoid the use of tanning beds. Third, maintain a healthy weight. Controlling your weight through physical activity and healthy eating reduces your risk of cancer. Limit alcohol intake. Heavy drinking and binge drinking increases the risk of several types of cancer, and including cancers of the head and neck, which was my area of focus when I was practicing. The last thing is that know your family history and get regular cancer screenings and or vaccinations. There are several cancers for which vaccinations can help reduce the risk. And more importantly, if you know you have a family risk of a certain type of cancer, make sure you understand and have that conversation with your healthcare team so that you can schedule screenings at the appropriate age and at the appropriate frequency. So those are just a few things that I wanted to highlight on National Cancer Prevention Month. The American Association for Cancer Research has an amazing website, and you can find multiple in-depth publications on each of these topics that I addressed and many more. Again, what I wanted to highlight is that a large majority of opportunities to be healthy are related to lifestyle choices, whether it's our nutrition, our physical activity, other lifestyle choices we make. And my goal today is to educate and empower you to make informed choices about your health. And we've talked about don't smoke or aim to quit, protect your skin from the sun, maintain a healthy weight, limit alcohol intake, practice safer sex and get vaccinated against infectious disease, know your family history, and get regular cancer screenings. I hope you found a little bit of this information usable. If you want more details, I'll definitely put a link to several resources, mainly from AACR, the American Association of Cancer Research, in the notes for today's walk. And I hope you are continuing to get out, enjoy the outdoors, get your 5 minutes of walking in, or maybe 10 minutes if you're willing to listen to me. I hope you're finding these walks useful. I hope you're empowering and educating yourself, engaging in your health care, and more importantly, taking an opportunity. Sorry for the road noise. Taking an opportunity to optimize your health and longevity. It has been a pleasure walking with you today. I hope that you join me again next week. And in the meantime, have a wonderful week. Be well. Know that you are enough, you're loved, and you're appreciated. Take care.